Hey everyone, home game here. I know it's been a little bit, but I went on vacation and sometimes life just kind of kicks. Um, so there's a Humble Bundle out right now. It has about 9 days left. It's called Tabletop RPG Resources. So I've been watching a bunch of these books on Amazon. So to see it pop up here in a Humble Bundle deal, I kind of jumped right on it. It has a bunch of random quest books, or let's see, we have Inns and Taverns, random tables. They have a cyberpunk. They have a couple of cyberpunk random chart books. So post-apocalyptic. They even have up here. There's a no prep game master book, which actually it has like a glossary of terms that are related to TTRPGs. So, and it's the suggested price is $25. If you pay $18, you still get all the books, but the extra money that you would pay if you paid $25, which it's worth it, would go towards the charity that Humble Bundle raises money for. You can pay less, but you'll get less. So if you pay $10, you won't get the full 32 book collection. You'll get a much smaller sampling. It looks like 12 books. So let's take a quick look inside some of these. There's even a campaign setting in here. So if you bought, it's a 5e campaign setting. But if you if you bought this, you would even get a campaign setting with, for essentially, if you want to pay $18 or the 25, you would get a campaign setting. You would get how to be a game master, essentially, and tons of settings, or not tons of settings, but tons of random charts. There's random dungeon charts. I bought the physical copy of the Fantasy Space random tables because I plan on running Spelljammer. The quality of the print, I mean, it wasn't the best. I mean, it's fine, but it feels like plain paper, a little bit thicker. But I like to write in my books anyway, so that doesn't bother me. Each of these books runs for like $10-$12 on Amazon, but you can see the artwork is pretty. I know this artwork is a little blurry by design. It's a stylistic choice. So looking at my monitor or looking at the video, it might be a little fuzzy, but that's not all my video quality. um, let's see. The artwork is nice little artwork. There's not a whole lot of it. You see, here's a website you can go to, and you enter your email address, and you get random tables and dungeons maps emailed to you. See, these things are nice. I'll just flip over into the table of contents on these things to get ideas sometimes. Just because it helps you think of what kind of items you would even want in your campaign to get a list like that. Culinary herbs and spices, gemstones. Like, especially if you're a newer GM, you're not thinking about like herbs and spices that would grow in your region. Tons of encounters. This one is actually pretty artwork heavy compared to some of the other ones. But like I could take a 500-page book of random tables and just flip through it. Just throw it on your dining room table, and crack it open once in a while, and flip through it looking for inspiration. So these things are nice. That's just a book of random tables, which I assume is our first one. Book of random dungeons. Got room items, clues for larger quests. I think this one, yeah, this one has riddles in it too. So uh, if you just threw this book in your bag and went on to your game session, you need a random riddle, you can just pop open this book, find a random riddle. The nice thing about this one too is, see, it has little snapshots of dungeons as you go through. Some of them like go off the edge of the page, but like this one, you could completely just screen capture this thing and drop it into a like a Roll20 or something. But at the back of this book, you have to excuse my refresh rate. At the back of this book, they just have a couple of dungeon maps on their own for you to grab and build a random dungeon in. Fantasy shops. Shops are like one of the harder things for me to just come up with random stuff that could be in a shop. Armor, barber, number of employees, rules for following tables in this section, shop appearance, person descriptors. I think that the artwork it's like a classic style artwork on a lot of this. Like this is something you would have seen 30 years ago. But it looks good. I really like the old school look. Shop appearance, undulating shop. Um, see, this is pretty. Yeah, all they look. See, you get a little bits of. That's an entry. Like you could use this new campaign setting now. Just grab that picture. That's a nice shop. Just a little shop in the side of the wall. Yeah, I love random tables books. Here's something for towns. I'm not gonna flip through every page of this thing. Oh, these are, yeah, these are nice. These are just random towns. It looks to me like they used a random town generator, and I can't think of the name off my head, but there's a random town generator that kicks out stuff that looks pretty much exactly like this. Uh, if they didn't, I apologize, and like kudos to them because that's a decent amount of work. But this to me looks like it's off of an online random town generator. But they went through and they filled out like specifics about the town. You see, they have demographic is 2% dwarves, 8% elves, 81% human. Throw some small adventure hooks in there. Tell you what type of government economy is there. We give you a few business names, attractions that might be there. It looks to me like, yeah, if you were to buy this book, it looks like the town would be on the left page, and when you went forward, the description of the town would be on the right page. There, and then here it's the opposite. The town will be on the left page, or the description of the town will be on the left page. The town is on the right page, and you got to give, like when you notice stuff like that, you got to give them credit. Um, like I love when books they'll condense a class down to a page or something like that. Just so you're not flipping back and forth to try and read the book. So they put a little bit of thought into the format here. Of course, you might want to print these out and draw all over them to point at specific areas in the town. Because this is just a real brief. It's kind of like it's more than the minimum. Like it's good. but there's 1,000 little buildings in that town. And this is just an overview of that with 4 locations, with 4 businesses in the town. So it's a great starting point to get the brain juices flowing. This is their campaign setting, which I haven't had a chance to read through super well, but looks like they do an overview on how you would want to set up magic, as in how magic heavy you would like your campaign to be. This is geared towards 5e, but it could probably be turned system agnostic fairly easily. I mean, you just pull out the 5e goblin and drop in your easy d6 goblin or your index card RPG goblin. I liked all the little art pieces across this. But it's pretty descriptive. It's 79 pages. It says it takes you 1 to 20, though, I think, which is, if you can do that in 79 pages and have a really good campaign, that's pretty impressive. I'd be interested to run through it and see. Pretty sure it said 1 to 20 somewhere. Guess I could have highlighted it. Role-playing game campaign originally conceived playing in 5e. Yeah. Right here. Says the campaign is intended to take the characters from level 1 to level 20. Like I said, that's pretty impressive, especially if you're going to do it in 79 pages. That means there's no fluff here. They're rocking through pretty quick. I think, what do I have here? I have Dragon Heist here. And I know this is essentially 4 campaigns. This isn't, or 4 adventures. This isn't really one adventure, but this is 223 pages, and it only takes you like 1 to 5 or something like that. Might be 6. So yeah, to go from 1 to 20 in 79 pages would be pretty impressive. Yeah, it's 1 to 5. But I'll have to give this a really good read through. If it's really good, I'll just do a separate video. This one, I would run through it and read it just to see, but look at this. It even has a glossary of terms related to TTRPGs. If you're a new game master and you're just looking to get into the hobby, this would probably be a great book to pick up. I mean, all these would be. It would instantly give you this huge, like, fountain of inspiration to draw from. And for them, the minimum cost is $18. For $18, you get 32 books to draw inspiration from. It defines what it tells you, essentially what a game master is. It helps you learn to prep. I know it says no prep, but it's a book about not prepping, but you guarantee that they're showing you how to prep. They probably mean minimal prep. So, no, this definitely looks like an interesting book. I'm gonna have to give it a real good read over. See if I can pull anything from it. But yeah, $18, humblebundle.com. I'll throw a link in the description. the Humble Bundle always, they just continually impress me with how they can possibly get this much out for such a low cost. But okay, thanks for joining me. Hopefully my next video won't be a month and a half from now.